Now what I want you to do is write, save and open a text document. You had a lot of difficulty in Windows 8 doing this because you know the Metro UI threw you off. So now can you write, save and open a text document?
I think to myself, if I go here,
Windows PowerShell is like the terminal.
Yeah, like the docs.
It's similar to a terminal.
The docs and stuff. Yeah, it is.
well, I know I can do a
that.
document from Notepad.
It does.
So here it is.
Some of the other
Linux
ones
vibes
looked as
to me,
if
but
they
anyway,
wouldn't do
let's
anything, and that's a
try and
launcher, so it's
open
going to
a
do
text
something.
document.
So
A text program.
Okay, save
Notepad. Not yet.
And where is it saving in? What folder?
I'll work that out later. So
well,
it's
there's the calculator.
But I want to see
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
the
folder
task
really is
after.
in here. What does it look like?
There you go.
What's it saying? What is its current folder it's in?
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
What
we're gonna do now?
But what is the current
You're
folder?
gonna
Look
search
around on the
this
screen. Don't click
PC.
anything.
There it is.
It's in this PC, which is
Okay,
where
so
I
you
would
did
assume it
find
would
out.
be.
I'm
I
writing
wouldn't want it to be
You
in
just
someone
make the
else's
window a
PC.
little bit
So
smaller,
it would be bad
quite
if you
large.
wrote
The
documents
first
and they
one
ended up on
out,
someone else's
Well,
window.
technically with Windows Cloud sharing, that's now possible.
Well, it's got
So you can save a
Microsoft
document
Edge,
Just
it's
on
got
your
browser,
computer.
it's got mail,
With
you
Windows
can
Cloud, so
use mail.
if you write here, then it'll be on your
Well,
laptop.
I do want it to be on this
As opposed to
PC.
Netflix.
So
Okay,
that'll
so
do.
these are just by default.
It's a type of-
apps.
it's so
Okay, you've got to see the word doc.
Just
You didn't get rid of the
that's
null.
by
Oh,
default.
you need to
So,
get rid of
yeah.
it. It doesn't
Yeah.
like it. Well, why did it put it there if it doesn't like
Because
it?
it's saying you've got to get rid of it and put something
Oh,
there.
wait a sec. Notepad.
No.
You know what? I should have saved it
What
this time because I know it's in this
Okay,
PC.
but you could
Okay,
so
Well, it actually told you the exact folder to put it in.
So it's not on
At the top of the
Well,
screen.
it's in the
immediately.
document.
But I
That
can search.
there are
Docs,
more
there we
apps
go.
on the
Perfect.
desktop.
And how do you open it?
Yeah, I'll actually.
But now,
Just
one
so
thing I
you've
want to
got
point out here,
existing
obviously
here.
Microsoft, this is just a little mistake they've made. This won't be in the full version, but
Yep.
what do you notice about the
There
page
you go.
button?
So-
Like the
So
positioning of it.
basically, you can
It's a
actually
bit dodgy,
scroll up
isn't
and
it?
down.
It's kind of
I
like
just
that.
wrote it
Right?
down. Yeah.
So
You know,
Oh,
instead
it's
of
not
being
like-
exactly
yeah, yeah, yeah.
chopped off at the corner.
You have a
Yeah, yeah, I see what
And
you
on
mean.
some Windows it isn't like that. On some Windows it's
Oh,
placed
that's-
nicely,
that's-
and
you know
others
what, I
it's
think
chopped
I
off.
know that.
That's such
Oh,
a
you
small,
prefer that?
minute detail. I've never ever noticed
the
that.
Windows.
As long as it's
Okay.
red, there's an X
actually the
and it's
Windows
there.
8.
And how do you delete? Have a little look.
Okay.
Before
So
you right
let's say
click,
you
just
want
tell
to
me is
go
there
to
any
file.
other
This was like
obvious
the
Yeah, there
best
is
look,
there.
but it was
Straight
almost
up
like this
gone.
full screen.
But
So
that was also that's Windows 8 first.
was that? Yeah, but it was
And
like
that's what I was actually
you, yeah, but it was like the entire
No, I haven't,
screen.
but
was
it-
like
This
filled
is
with
first
that.
time.
Because
It
it
wasn't
didn't
a start
feel-
menu. It felt
Okay.
disconnected.
Now this is a
No, it
modern
just made me
Linux
feel
distro. Does it
like,
give
wait a
that
second,
modern 2020
has my
feel?
computer
It
suddenly
doesn't
morphed
feel like
into an
some old
iPad?
stuff.
I don't want an
Feels like
iPad.
it.
I want a computer.
So the way the current start menu is in Windows
Great. So
10,
you can
if you
close
click
that
it
off
open
now
like
and
this, you can
let's
scroll
see
through
what
your
it would look
programs
like
down
if it
here
was
in
on the
alphabetical
desktop.
order.
Oh, you want to put
And then
it
you've
on
got
the
these
Put it on
live
the
tiles
desktop.
here.
Do you like
So
how
see how here,
it's
Windows
got
10, you've
download
got
thing,
everything
download
like
thing,
with
and like,
sharp
you know,
There we
corners.
go.
Then if we pop into
desktop.
Windows 11,
Okay.
rounded corners.
And let's
Even
say you
here,
wanted to delete that
rounded
now.
corners. We've no longer got these sharp
I like that.
corners anymore.
That's nicer.
Yeah, it is. In my opinion.
It is more modern,
sure?
I think.
Basically, the Windows 10 thing that you had at the side is now here. You know how Windows 10 has
going on
that?
here?
You automatically
Well,
open it
no,
in the CD.
I actually prefer
Please go
this.
back to that.
Yeah.
You've
And I
got
like
me
the way it's
really
centered too,
curious
as
now.
opposed to the left.
Basically,
Read
Windows
them.
10 has this by default showing without clicking something extra. But I guess if you just wanted to
So you
do
were
all the apps, imagine if these apps were all
I
apps you
was
actually use
specifically
and you pin them there
delete.
yourself.
And M
Wouldn't that be
has
useful to
nothing
just
to
go
do
like,
with
okay, I
it.
want
So
to
you
use,
weren't
and then
actually
you see
reading
all
them,
your
you were
apps
looking at the
that
first
you've
level.
Yeah, I
used.
was.
For it.
Yeah, so
Okay,
you
okay.
can, I'm
You
assuming,
can pin, right,
unpin
remove to
the
trash.
ones that you don't want.
Correct. So this is almost like your quick access where you want to access all the apps that you always use.
Well, technically, if you want to really quickly access it, why don't you just pin it to the taskbar at the bottom?
Let's
and
say-
that way, or things that you use, more often, you just go straight to, as opposed to going to the Windows, opening it up, then selecting it in there.
So just on this
One step as opposed to two.
So just on this screen, you've got 18 apps showing.
Yeah.
If you had 18 apps in this
No,
bar,
but I wouldn't have all of them. I mean, look, I wouldn't have Spotify, Netflix, Solitaire, Xbox.
but I'm just saying, let's say you put in your taskbar Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Adobe Fireworks, Adobe Photoshop,
That
and
fit along the bottom.
Chrome.
Fine.
Well, you could, but if you just want it neater and you just don't want too much at the bottom, you've got the start menu. But you
You've
are
got
not a
that
start menu. I know
choice.
you're not a start menu
I'm
person.
not a start menu
You like
person.
pinning
I like-
everything to the
I
bottom.
do,
Okay,
yes.
but would you say this start menu is better than the Windows 10 start menu? We got rid of the live tiles.
I definitely,
Those
because I
boxes that-
never liked
yeah.
that Wall Streety
Yeah.
live tile.
So they're gone now. It's much cleaner. It's nicer in my opinion. But anyway, so that's that.
And it's centered too, which is good, because mean, that way you're looking straight at the center as opposed to always the side.
Okay, so if you didn't want it centered, I will just show you this. You have got the option down here.
I actually like it centered.
I know. You can right-click on the taskbar settings, and if you're a person who's used to it all being at the side, say, look, it's now all at the side. As if it was a normal, like, Windows 10, but it's still with the Windows 11.
But it comes as default in the center.
In the center, yeah.
And that's the way I like it, actually.
Okay.
I mean, look, generally I prefer things to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But I feel this is better.
So, do you like the animations? So, if we click left here,
Oh,
it does a little animation.
that's actually cute. Okay.
So here's a little example of Notepad in Windows 10 as opposed to Notepad in Windows 11. Now, I prefer having everything blue. So I've got my title bar blue. You could have this exactly white like in Windows 10. What do you think about the difference between having these corners sharp versus rounded?
Rounded is much better because when you think of, for instance, the evolution of cars from boxy to curved, I mean, it seems to be the modern projection.
Well, I think you're thinking of the evolution of like 80s cars to modern cars. I mean, they were a bit more curved back
Well,
in,
I guess
you know,
they
the old
were.
days.
But I'm talking from when I can remember. I mean, obviously, I wasn't alive back in the 1920s and 30s and stuff, so obviously, I don't remember the curved cars back then. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, generally, things go from boxy to curved,
Okay.
which is more modern. And so this is exactly what Windows seems to be doing.
Okay, fantastic.
Took them long enough, though. 11.
They've had curved before. Think of Windows Vista, Windows 7.
So why did they go back to the pointy if they had curved? It doesn't make sense.
Now, it's the way really fashion works. There's only so many designs you can do, and people kind of think, oh, curved is now the old thing. Let's make it sharp corners. And, oh, sharp corners is now the old thing. It's like the iPhone. They have a curved, then a squared off edges, and curved and squared off edges. Anyway,
Yeah, I prefer this.
right, save and open a text document.
Hello world.
Is this like your first ever text document?
Save as.
Like a famous programming thing. So you're in, where is it saving to?
It's saving to documents folder.
Documents, fantastic. Okay, give it a file name, and we'll keep it in the documents so that you can, navigate through the documents. And
Okay, I was
everything.
going to make
You
it
usually
to the
do it onto your
desktop,
desktop.
so
I
it's
know.
easier to find.
In real life, she says everything to a desktop, and it becomes a big mess. There we go. So you can close it off now, and let's see if you can find it.
You can't right
Oops,
now, but it
one
will.
click.
Yep.
And documents, which is 2 clicks. I'm in documents, so you are. There it is.
Fantastic. Can you delete that?
Okay.
Set out well, logical,
And just as you've deleted that, now,
Has it become full?